Been a while since I played this game. But then again, that's mostly because a little game called Hogwarts Legacy came around. And then I spent a little over 100 hours in that game. It's funny because I initially didn't even plan on getting Hogwarts Legacy because, you know, after the two Deathly Hallows movies, I was kinda, you know, over my Harry Potter phase. But then the whole controversy happened, and for a brief moment, I only decided to get the game out of spite. But then I actually took a legit interest in the game, and then I played it, and it completely reinvigorated my interest in the franchise. But yeah, so all of what was it? All of February? Did the game come out in February? I don't even remember anymore. But all that entire month got dedicated to Hogwarts Legacy, and then I spent the past excuse me. And then I spent the past 1.5 months editing and proofreading my newest book, which, if all goes well, releases later this summer. So a lot has kind of happened that prevented me from continuing this game. And apart from the main character, whom, I mean, her personality I'm on and off about, gameplay-wise, I don't know what all the hate is about. So and I mean, during all that time, Luminous Studios, the people making this game, even shut down because the game performed so badly. And again, I really don't get it. It's not a bad game. It just so happened to push some buttons that made it the social media's most recent punching bag. That's all. Auto heal effect triggered when enemy defeat can be knocked. But I don't even know I don't even know what purple magic does. I mean, was that explained early in the game? I don't even know. I don't even remember.
Good morning, Frey. Here are the notes on the Tirana I promised you.
Look, about our deal. Your dad's journals all got burnt up in the guild when we escaped.
It's fine. Frey, you brought him back. That's far more important. That is more than I could ever have hoped for. Here.
Thank you. So, where can I find Scylla?
You should visit the archives in Upper Sepul. You'll be able to find out more about her there.
The archives. Got it.
Odin, sorry to bother you, but I just saw your father wandering off.
Forgive me, Frey. I need to go and find him.
A white journal containing Robian's notes on the phenomena known as Tirana. One of its pages reads as follows. Much remains mysterious about the Tirana. They make instantaneous locomotion possible by altering space and time, but precisely how, I cannot say. The energy required to open one is enormous, and increases exponentially the farther one wishes to travel, and yet I cannot help but wonder. By channeling enough power into one, could we reach another continent, perhaps even another world?
Right. Off to the archives we go.
I am kind of worried about Bob, though. He is my ticket out of here.
Do what you want. But remember, we have a Tunter to defeat.
I need to ask Bob about those Tiranas.
Hello there. Can I get you something?
I want to check to see if Bob's doing okay. Let's look around town and see if we can find him.
As you wish.
You're Frey, aren't you? The one who used their amazing powers to drive back the monsters. I'm Pilo. Can't believe I'm talking to the hero who saved the city.
I'm not a hero. Not now, never will be. Did you want something?
Just wondering if there's anything I can do. I don't know, I could... Hey, I could show you around town. You haven't been here long, right?
A guided tour. What an excellent idea. Certainly couldn't hurt to get the lay of the land.
No, thanks, but I'm not in the mood.
Oh, don't say that. Look, I'll be waiting for you, all right? When you're ready, just let me know.
New detours are now available. Open the main menu and check the map. Detours, aka side quests. Well, why don't you just call it that then? If you visit certain marked locations or talk to marked NPCs, you can occasionally take on special side quests. As the story progresses, these may become unavailable, so be sure to take them on while you have the chance.
Decided to take me up on my offer?
Okay, bet. Give me the tour.
Great! This is great! Alright! We'll start at the square in the lower city. This way. Come on, follow me! The lower city is where all the refugees live. And the square, here, is its heart.
Are you a refugee?
My parents were. I was born here.
In the days before the break, Cypel wasn't much more than a quiet collection of buildings standing serenely amid the beauty of nature. Despite the ravages of time and recent events, Obrana Square retains the tranquility of this peaceful past, with its sweeping stairway and dignified stone pillars creating a sense of airy openness. Townspeople gather here at all hours of the day to exchange goods and information or just to pass the time.
Sepaler born and bred, huh?
Anyone my age or younger pretty much has to be.
To look around the square in the lower city, it seems quite a crowd has gathered.
You're young Olivia's friend. Elif, this is the girl Olivia was talking about.
The amazing girl?
Oh, come on. I wouldn't go that far.
Olivia used to look after my Elif a lot, you know. But I never heard her talk about another grown-up like she did you. You must have been very special to her.
You think so?
And she was special to you too, I imagine.
Guess we only ever actually spoke a few times. But we just kind of connected, you know?
You remind me of her. She was strong, and you could trust her. And she was lonely.
Tanta Sila was a mighty warrior. I'd watch yourself out there if I were you. I felt so powerless. There was nothing I could do to help her. Nothing. But I won't let anything happen to my son. I can't.
Dad?
Timid young boy who often hides behind his father, having lost his mother at a very young age. Elif has no family left apart from his dad. He was close friends with Olivia, who often told him stories about Frey, but he was too shy to ever talk to her himself, despite desperately wanting to.
He felt so powerless. There was nothing I could do to help her.
Hello. I was just pondering the fleeting nature of life. One moment, we are laughing together, not a care in the world. The next, we are not but dust on the wind. What good can come of love in such a time? Surely it can only end in tragedy.
Tragedy.
I hate to say it, but you might be right.
Some music, perhaps? Though I fear it will do precious little to lift the mood. Then allow me to perform the horrible terror of Preynost.
He really needs some help naming these.
Preynost is a harsh and unforgiving land. Not all who make the journey there are fortunate enough to escape a fiery fate. And for those they leave behind, not remains but emptiness. You would do well to take care if you plan on venturing there yourself.
Not exactly the most illuminating of ditties, was it? That's the trouble with these arty types. Very little in the way of practical advice.
What do you mean? Preynos bad, stay away. That was pretty much the message, right?
Shall we? Around here is basically a turf.
A shame it's barely fit for human habitation.
Do the buildings around here just not get fixed?
Sometimes. But we're not a priority down here. The upper city comes first. And that, and then everything else.
That sucks.
Up there's where we get our water.
I've seen that already. Thank you, though.
Oh, really? All right, then. Let me show you something else.
It's downright frightening, it is. Fancy letting someone like that roam the streets unsupervised. Hey, Mummy! Mummy! That's the lady!
Shush you! And you don't go near her, you hear?
Hey, that's no way to...
It's cool. I'm used to it.
Shame. I was rather hoping to see that fiery temper of yours in action.
petty, small-minded gossips. Although, I suppose it is pretty frightening. With your power, you could turn the whole town on its head just like that. Yeah, you're something else, all right.
Not this shit again. I'm nobody. Get over it already.
Hey, do you like animals?
They're all right, I guess.
Great. You like this thing? Over here is where we keep all the livestock. We don't get to eat meat very often, but we do all right, I suppose. Hey, you can't create food out of thin air, can you? Never mind.
Well, this peaceful pasture with its free-roaming sheep might be relaxing in another setting. Its proximity to the city graveyard lends it an eerie air that keeps most visitors at bay. Meat is hard to come by in Cypher these days, and despite trying to increase output, all attempts have been met with misfortune of one kind or another, be it disease or outright theft.
The big open area is the graveyard. Rich or poor, we all end up there in the end.
A farm and a cemetery. You don't see that often.
Really? It's quite a good arrangement. The animals help keep the grass down. Come on, let's go and take a closer look.
They're not shy, that's for sure.
Well, we don't get many new faces in town. Hey, why don't you try feeding them?
Really? Is that allowed?
Of course! Wait here. I'll go and grab some food.
Feeding the sheep. Try finding hungry sheep and feed them. You can use cuff scans to figure out which ones have worked up an appetite.
Just go up to one of them and hold out your hand.
Fed the sheep.
This guy's a mess. You don't bathe them?
Oh, we try. But that one just loves his mud baths.
So they don't even have an animation for her feeding it. It just fades to black and then a text message. Really?
Fluffy.
Like I said, this is the graveyard.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, well, if they're dead, they're down there.
Damn, you really wolfed that down, huh?
Don't look at me like that.
Fluffy.
Our savior's favorite farm. That's kind of a ring to it. Don't you think? I might put up a sign. Right. I suppose it's time I showed you the upper city. It's back to where we came and up the stairs. Or did you want to look around a bit more first?
That's the graveyard. Everyone who ever died in Sepal is buried there. Only trouble is, there's too many of them now to mourn.
Can I ask you something? Your powers. Could you give me a quick demonstration?
Absolutely not. You're not some street performer.
Look, I'm sorry, but they're not for show.
Ah, really? I was hoping you'd give me another look. But I guess I've seen enough. Alia's as good as saved already.
How many fucking times do I have to tell you? I'm not your savior. So, this is where the rich folks live.
Yep. And they get the best food, the nicest clothes, and the safest part of the city to themselves. They get to run everything just because of who they are. Best not to think about it.
Ah, the accident of birth. Curse you, cruel fate.
It's her. Oh, don't even look at her.
Fuck you too.
What business does someone like that have in this part of the city?
That boy is here again.
Ignore him. He'll clear off.
How are we even allowed here?
Do you want me to call the guards?
Only if she does something.
Well, of course she will.
We'll see, dear. We'll see.
This is the Tower of... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Hey, don't worry about it. Let's maybe not go in for the full tour, though.
Can you really trust it? It's not our place to question the infinite wisdom of the council. This is the mausoleum. Our souls come here when we die.
What are you doing here? And you? You belong in the lower city.
Yes, you have no right to be here. Neither of you. Be gone!
Of all the people to run into.
Frey saved the city! If anyone deserves to be here, it's her! If she wanted, she could turn you to ashes in a heartbeat! But she'd never do that! Isn't that right, Frey?
Okay, can you fucking let it go already?
What? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
If you want to save your city, do it your fucking self. You're not dragging me into this.
Poor guy. But you do understand where she's coming from. I mean, I do. This ancient structure is older than Cypel itself, though nobody knows when exactly it was built. It is more than just a building to the atheists who believe that the souls of the departed come here to rest for all eternity. The precise origin of this belief is unclear, but generations of atheists have treated the mausoleum as a place of worship and reflection, and to this day visitors can be seen offering up thanks and prayers. I mean, that guy was pretty annoying, but as many reviewers have pointed out, what's even more annoying is Frey's constant vocabulary use of the word fucking. I mean, it's like in every sentence she says. Like, I'm not your fucking savior, can you just let it fucking go? You're not fucking dragging me into this.
What about our tour? There's so much still to see.
I don't need a stupid fucking tour.
There you go again. I mean, again, yes, I get it, she's angry. But do you have to fucking use the word fucking all the fucking time?
Please, Frey, wait!
Listen, okay? I never said I'd help you. With anything. Ever. Got that?
I'm sorry. I got carried away, I suppose. Look, let me take you to one last place.
Fuck no.
Come on, please.
I'm not sure he's going to take no for an answer.
One look at whatever the hell it is, and I'm out.
Thank you so much. Come on, it's this way.
Wait, what the hell is this?
Thank you so much for saving the city! Oh, Mom said we're not supposed to talk to you, but you helped us. Thank you, Frey.
They've been wanting so badly to show you how grateful they are.
It was nothing.
That's not true. And you know it. We're all in your debt. Me included.
Wait, is this why you came and found me in the first place?
Pilo! You'd better not let me find you slacking off, you little runt.
Oh, no!
Where the heck are you? Get here! Now!
Oh, no! It's the boss! Sorry, Frey. I have got to go.
A bunch of flowers Frey received from the children of Sipal as a thank you for protecting the city. The bright red blooms were all grown within the walls of Sipal, and the neatness of the presentation suggests that a kindly adult probably lent a helping hand.
What an excitable young man.
You know, I've never gotten flowers before.
And let's hope it never happens again, shall we?
carpenter's apprentice who was born and raised in Lower Sippel. Pilo is a cheerful and debatable, likable young man, but he tends to let his enthusiasm get in the way of things, as frequent mistakes in the workplace will attest. While he hopes to accomplish something big one day, it's not immediately obvious what, or when he means to begin. It's not immediately obvious what or when he means to begin working in earnest on achieving his dreams. Frey's arrival from the dangerous outside world piqued his interest, and he offered to show her around Sippel in the hopes of getting into her good books.
Let's just move our asses and get this done.
Yes, let's.
The next stage of the plan will require the townspeople to be evacuated to a suitable... You? What are you still doing in Sepal? You will not escape Tanta Sila's wrath, you know. Her enemies receive no quarter. None.
Is she from Praenost? Seems rather keen on Sila.
Maybe she can tell us more about her.
She is the Tanta of strength, blessed with the power to fortify both mind and body.
That sounds tricky to deal with.
And her gifts do not end there. She is a leader under whose unflinching discipline whole armies cower. Her mere presence on the battlefield is enough to strike terror into the hearts of her enemies.
Okay, I get it. She's one stone-cold, badass bitch.
You trespassed upon her realm. You are a threat, and as such, are not to be tolerated.
Just because I walked over some imaginary line? Shit, should have brought a passport.
There is no just when it comes to trespass on sacred ground, girl. Especially not when the ground in question belongs to one so powerful. It was your fault the city was attacked. Tanta Sila wished only to drive out the threat.
And she clearly wasn't the only one.
Why am I even still here when everyone hates me?
She was hard on others, but no harder than she was on herself. Beneath that stern exterior lies a warmer heart. Her desire to protect the people of Athia. This is what drives her.
Protect? Is that what you call smashing shit up and killing people?
What use is there in talking to one as corrupted as you?
Sorry I asked. Why do I even care who she is or who she used to be? She killed Olivia. That's all that matters.
As long as you remain, the city remains in danger. Tanta Sila may yet be forced to destroy us all. You must go to her and be punished for your crimes.
Oh, I'll go to her, all right. And when I find her, she's dead. Hey, that cat.
You really do have the magic touch.
I swear I've seen it before somewhere.
The cat that was just here? Oh yes, I know it. Poor wretched creature was all little Olivia had.
You think it's waiting for her to come back?
I hope not. Putting your faith in humans is a great way to guarantee disappointment.
Hey! It's not like she wanted to leave her behind, asshole.
All right, all right. I'm sorry I spoke.
The cat that was just here? Oh yes, I know it. Poor wretched creature was all little Olivia had.
Wait, children, come back! I haven't... I suppose you saw that. They just will not listen to me.
Something tells me he gets that a lot.
The children of Athia place no value on their education. None. The blame is not entirely theirs, of course. My teachings will not fill their bellies. Not today, at any rate. But if they do not learn to think of tomorrow, if they would only let me teach them. But no, they will not hear a word of it.
Can't really blame them. They've been through a lot.
None save dear Olivia, that is. Poor child. She, at least, was kind enough to listen. Had I only been able to teach her to read, I am sure her love of learning would have blossomed.
You mean they can't even read? Maybe you could, I don't know, start with some simple rhymes or something?
Yes. What a fine idea. I could certainly do worse than try. Thank you. The gift of wisdom is a precious one indeed. I will experiment with the method you suggest. Now, if you will excuse me.
Wandering the city, dispensing insights, hither and yon. I may have to revise my opinion of you, Frey.
I wasn't exactly trying to inspire the guy, but I'll take it.
I meant to thank you again for returning Rogan to us. His importance to the city of Sepal cannot be overstated, nor can his value to me. He is a treasured friend indeed. I meant to thank you again for returning Rogan to us. His importance to the city of Sepal.
Oi, you!
Huh? You talking to me?
Oopsie, she's a sharp one. What's that you got there, eh?
What, this? I just found it lying around the town.
Let me swap you something for it. I'll do you a good deal, I promise.
The trader. You can find enough of the. If you can find enough of the puppet dolls hidden around Sepal, you'll be able to swap them with the trader for unique items.
Let's have a look, shall we?
It's actually pretty. In a simple kind of way.
Thank you very much. And here. Pleasure doing business with you.
Not bad. I wish you could do like in Hogwarts Legacy though, and hide what you're wearing. I mean, have you seen the health boost this gives me?
Let's see.
Well, are you going after it?
It's a side quest, so yeah. Thank God.
This is where you were taking us.
Glad it was marked. Puppets are precious handcuff windows. There may be some.
For me? Huh, you shouldn't have. Cotton seemed worried. I wonder if Bob's okay.
New magic is now available. Spells learned with.
Let's have a look, shall we? Thank you very much. And here. Do come again.
Let's see.
Flighty little creature. Worth chasing it down, perhaps.
So this is where you were taking us. You let me here on purpose, didn't you? You're no Homer, but you're cute. What are they doing?
If I had to guess, I'd say they're offering up prayers to the dead.
Doesn't look like praying's done much for Athia so far.
Well, the habits of a lifetime are hard to break. And who can blame them for seeking a little solace after all they've lost?
Yeah, guess you're right. If only I could have protected you. I know I can't change anything now, but... still wish I could have spoken to you one last time.
Why are you still in Sepul, child? We allowed you to go free only because you said you would go to Tantasila yourself. I would advise you not to go back on your word.
Wait, is that Olivia's name?
Among others, yes. This is a record of those who perished.
Rather a morbid thing to be jotting down, don't you think?
Your recklessness resulted in the deaths of many innocents.
My recklessness? I wasn't the one who almost got Auden killed.
Better to lose one life than countless others. Or do you disagree?
Is it better to sacrifice one life for the sake of many? I don't fucking know.
That what you wanted to hear? Good. I guess since you're such a believer, you won't mind being the one making the sacrifice next time. Yeah. Now if you're done preaching. Look, let me make it simple for you. Sila's going down. And no one is getting sacrificed. Least of all me.
I have to say, I'm not hugely convinced by the people in charge around here. With that kind of attitude, they'll have sacrificed the whole city before long.
Don't get me started.
No.
If only I could have protected. I know I can't change anything. Still wish I could have spoken.
Well, if it isn't our favorite council person.
Foul creature! Still you refuse to leave the city? You who brought Tanta Sila's wrath upon us?
Say it was my fault one more time. I dare you.
Councilman Janesh!
Cease your wickedness. Do not approach her. All who do shall surely die. Those who consort with her will perish in agony, just like the child.
What the fuck did you just say?
Calm down, Frey. Don't let him get to you.
You think because you returned that feeble-minded old dotard to us that something has changed? Well, think again. You are a blight upon us all, a bringer of doom.
The councilman speaks the truth! Leave this place! Be gone!
Fuck!
You actually managed to exercise some self-control. I'm impressed.
Not as impressed as I am.
They're not worth your time. You did the right thing.
Be gone, demon! Bring calamity upon us no more!
Where is it going?
Flighty little creature. Worth chasing it down, perhaps.
So this is where you were taking us.
Do I have to get that message every time I collect one of them?
Aw, is this for me? Aw, aren't you just the cutest?
And I do believe that was the last event. / side quest.
I'm so happy the crops were ruined. My dad said if we didn't have any grain, we'd all starve to death.
Please. You've got to stop this at once.
Sounds like trouble.
I'm so happy the crops were ruined. My dad said if we didn't have any grain.
Yo, what's going on here?
The Robian's trying to desecrate a lovely old ballow tree. He's, got himself a lot worked up. You, Blue, and the Bloomers too! We've tried explaining to him that he can't just run amok in the grove like this. That there is our last ballow.
All right, just cut him some slack, okay? He's been living in the break for the past 20 years. He's just taking some time to adjust. He'll be back to himself soon.
You keep telling yourself that.
Father!
in.
Odin. Odin. My dear girl. What are you doing here? I was supposed to see you there. I can see you there if you are here.
It's all right. I will take you there, and we will be there together. Apologies.
Be a good man, Sir Robian, and hand it over.
Please, Father, give it to them. Please. Thank you. We'll take it from here.
Just make sure of it, though.
He won't. You have my word.
Oh, Lord. I'm such a fool.
You are no fool. I believe in you. I told them you wouldn't harm the tree, but I never said that I wouldn't. Now is our chance.
Once again, breaking the law.
I don't do it proudly. But all I do is for Athia. And if my father believes this could help, then I believe it too.
Hey, Bob.
Strange young girl from another world.
Yeah. I, have your notes on the portals. The Tirana?
Ooh my, he's much worse than I believed.
Forgive me. My mind's a little wibbly-wobbly. Wobbly-wibbly.
Voosh?
Huh? Voosh? Voosh? Voosh?
Yes, Voosh! I need a Voosh back home, where I came from, after I killed this crazy lady. If I survive.
You will?
I will go back home, or I will kill the crazy lady.
One or the other. Maybe both, maybe neither. Who's to know?
Sounds promising.
Yes. Yes, yes, I promise. I will work on making you Voosh. You have my word.
Terrific. The word of a senile old has-been. Ironclad.
Great.
What am I doing in the grove?
Let's get you home.
Audie!
Yes. Come on.
Catch you guys later. Hey, Cuff. Speaking of Bob, how come he didn't turn into a zombie? He came right through the break with us.
I'd say he was mostly break zombie already, wouldn't you?
Strange how Auden seems to love Bob so much.
Strange? Why?
Well, I don't exactly think the world of my parents. I guess being left on your own for years doesn't hit everybody the same way.
But why should it? Humans are horrendously complex creatures, after all.
Olivia. I hardly knew the kid, but she just stuck with me. She had fire.
And now it's been extinguished. Somebody has to pay.
I like when talking about Auden and Frey asks how come she loves Bob so much, and I was sitting here like, well, because he's her father, duh. But
Let's
I guess
proceed to the archives then.
It's in the upper city, right?
But I guess that just shows my own unwavering love for my parents.
What's with this weird tree?
Interestingly, I don't think it looks like that because of the break.
This blue glow. What's that about?
The essence of life distilled, if some are to be believed. Might I suggest learning a little more about Sila before we depart?
It's about Serobian. Actually, it's about everything. The city, too. We owe you our thanks. Had you not been here, who knows how many more would have suffered? I could have done more. Please, I know you are in pain, but you must not lose heart. The bard at the square, Wallace. Do you know him? He may be a frivolous, nonsensical sort of person, but his talent is undeniable. Perhaps a tune might do you good. Truly, his music has the power to soothe the soul.
Wait, you're not telling me she's... Really? That foppish nonsense?
I mean, unless he can whip up some bobbing techno, then
No, I am nothing of the sort. His music gives me a certain courage, that's all. A sense that it may not be altogether foolish to hope for a brighter tomorrow. Wow, I guess I'll have to listen harder. You plan to face Tanta Sila, do you not? Those of my line have long been her most faithful protectors. Though such a legacy is no longer one to speak of with pride. Take care. She is not to be trifled with.
The dutiful sword maiden and the foppish bard, eh? What a pair.
Yeah, it's like the plot of a corny romance novel.
wait, are they together? Maybe I'm just that dense.
We cannot. Leave the city yet. How are we to defeat an enemy we know nothing of?
Never stopped us before.
So these are the archives.
Catch!
Whoa. What is this? And who are you?
I'm the archivist. Auden told me you were clever. How do you not know what a book is?
No, I know what a book is. You don't look like an archivist.
You don't look like a hero.
That's because I'm not.
I used to be a blacksmith before. Built weapons for the very woman that raided our city. She and I were quite close. She trusted me, and I trusted her.
Sorry.
No matter, it was another time. She was another woman, as was I. Keep up!
Is everybody in this town batshit crazy? Okay, so how do you go from a blacksmith to a librarian?
Archivist! And a smart woman knows when to shift her purpose for the needs of her people. Catch!
What is this?
It's the floor plan of Silas Castle.
What are you, my fairy godmother?
Name's Johidi. You're the one that's planning on facing off with Sila.
Well, the name's Frey, and it sounds like you don't think I'm up to the task.
Tanta Sila is the strongest and most formidable of all the Tantas. She controlled the army, crushing the weak, even without the weapons that I forged for her. Crushing them with her bare hands.
I'm beginning to have second thoughts about this.
This batty old Harridan needs to shut her mouth.
You would be doing our land a great service by killing her. Rid us of Tanta Sila, and the corruption in her realm must stop spreading. But no. I doubt you'll actually succeed. Before you go, I would suggest that you learn all that you can about the Tantas. The archives, full of books about them.
But reading is
Definitely
boring.
not my fairy godmother.
Floor plan of Praenost Castle Joey gave to Frey. It was originally drafted as the castle was being built, and as such may not be an exact representation of its final layout. Stronghold looks to be nigh on impenetrable, with walls capable of keeping almost any enemy at bay, although interestingly a narrow passage appears to lead from the walls right to the throne room at the castle's heart. For as long as anyone can remember, our land has been ruled over by the Tantas. Blessed be their names. It is not for us to know how their powers came to be. We need only give thanks to the countless occasions on which they have delivered us from catastrophe. Greatest and most notable among such acts of deliverance being their purge of the nefarious Reddick. They deserve nothing less than our unquestioning love and respect, for it is they who make us Athean.
So they used to rule Athia, and people used to like them.
Yes, although you'd never guess that now.
You're here to read, you say? Oh, I'm sorry, it's just no one in Sepal has any interest in books these days.
Neither do I. Without warning, our former protectors became our oppressors. The difference in their conduct was stark and perplexing. They were aggressive, hateful, warped mockeries of their former selves. Tantas, Sila and Prave suddenly trusted no one, going so far as to intentionally harm innocents. Tantas, Sinta and Olas vanished entirely, abandoning their subjects to the encroaching corruption. This is the sad state of Athia today, a land governed by no one and ruled by nothing but fear.
Can't say I envy these people. Their rulers did some super fucked up shit.
I doubt many of them would disagree.
Let's see. A study of miracles.
It appears to be an in-depth analysis of what makes the Tanta's magic so powerful.
spellcraft challenges. You can find the details of challenges through which phrase spells can be improved in ancient books dotted around Athia. Pick a spell, accept the related challenge, and meet the conditions in order to upgrade that spell. You can check on all the challenges you've undertaken in the magic section of the menu.
I wonder if you might learn something from it. Pick up some tips and tricks for your own magic, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. I could use the help.
As the corruption continued to ravage our lands, robbing us of our food, our homes, and even our lives, we prayed for the Tantas to save us as they had saved Athea so many times before. And yet, even as we trembled with fear, the cognizance told us what we could not bring ourselves to believe, that the corruption was coming from the very castles of the Tantas themselves, and that our former protectors may be the source of the blight that assailed us.
Wait, it was the Tantas who caused the break? What the hell happened to them?
I think more than a few of their former subjects came to wonder the same thing.
Perhaps one of Athea's greatest mysteries is the truth behind the locked labyrinths found across the land. It is not known precisely what magic keeps them sealed. The Tantas may well have locked them themselves, as they are the only ones who have ever been known to enter. They are rumored to be treacherous places guarded by terrifying beasts. As for what these beasts may be trying to protect, legend has it that ancient relics lie in the bowels of each one, alongside writings left by the first Tanta herself.
That thing we read, it was written by the first ever Tanta.
And it sounds like there might still be more of them to find.
Wouldn't hurt to learn more. Guess we could keep an eye out. So, the Tantas had superpowers that they used to keep Athia safe. And the people loved them for it. Worshipped them, even. But then, something changed. Instead of protecting the people, they started making them suffer. And then the break appeared.
An admirably pithy précis.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why would they just go crazy like that? That's enough for now. Think I'm pretty clued up on the Tanta basics.
Then I suggest we depart.
Sounds like a great idea.
You're here to read, you say? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just no one in Sepal has any interest in books these days.
Anything else you need to do before we leave? Hurry up if you're still not done with what you need to do here.
New detours are now available. Open the main menu and check the map. I was just about to
The
say...
map here looked a little shabby. Maybe we could help fix things up.
I'd imagine it's more a lack of materials than a lack of will. Wood, in particular.
Yeah, guess it must be hard finding more if you can't leave the city.
I was just about to say, well, I've done all side quests, so I'm ready to go. And then this pop-up message appears saying, oh, by the way, new side quests available.
Let's just move our asses and get this done.
Yes, let's.
Greetings.
What's the matter, Bob?
It was here. I know it was. Here, and then it disappeared. Yes. It was no small thing. Not to me. You bauble. No. Certainly no trifle.
So he's lost something important? Sorry, my gibberish is patchy.
Yeah, seems like it. Guess we better help him find it.
What? Why?
Never know. Might have something to do with a Tirana.
I suppose. Just don't forget what you're actually meant to be doing.
Wonder where he lost whatever it was.
Well, he did get in a bit of a scuffle with those guards.
Good point. Let's head back over there and take a look.
Yeah, see, we could do that, but... I can feel I'm actually getting pretty tired. And I know I've only been streaming for 1.5 hours, but once again, I I started streaming pretty late. I planned on at least you know, getting on my merry way and leaving the city before I stopped tonight's session, but I really should be getting to bed now. So a shorter session than I had planned, but yeah, again, it is what it is. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Glad that there is still some people who have interest in this game. I mean, again, I do not like phrase constant swearing and stuff like that, but I'm slowly, warming up to the world building and stuff like that. Don't know how much I'm gonna play, or even if this is gonna be this is gonna be a game I play for a long time coming. I mean I haven't even beaten Final Fantasy VII Remake yet, which is also a game I started streaming and never completed, and I even planned on beating that game in anticipation for the release of the second chapter of that game. I don't know. At the moment, I'm kind of just jumping all around. I mean, yesterday I played Resident Evil 4. Today I continued Forspoken because that had been a long time, and I also haven't finished Project 04, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Really, I just have a whole plethora of games I want to play, and a lot of games I have started and not finished. So, really, it's whatever the hell I feel like. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll be seeing you around. So, yeah, remember, we are all heroes.